To go down, but real Fat Chocolate Entertainment, nigga. Your diet's in the building, nigga. Let's go. Hey, Shalom. Y'all by Shimmy out shot, Bracky Thumb, your house, Shamal, by Shimmy out shot. Precinct officer at 5,000 and dying. We out here, you know what I mean?
No, it's a rap DVD.
Oh, it's a rap DVD?
Get them bars.
Let me tell you something.
Man, bars hand down. This nigga got them all around.
I got bars hands down. I got them all around. I had to lay some hands down. I had to knock some brothers down. I had to relax a nigga down. I had to take my auto wine. The irony is, his name is Relax, and I had to put him down. He tricked me too, which made it crazy, because I thought he was my nigga. Yo, niggas too. What is this? What is going on? Oh, it's like it's getting too real. Nigga, yo, it's getting too real. We gotta chill. Yo, he tricked me on the route. I said, damn, my lord. I must be that nigga, my lord. Hold on, this the Lord of the Rings, because I got all the rings, my lord. Yo, here we go. Yo, here we go. Fat Man Entertainment, chocolate drop, nigga. It's about to go down, nigga. Yo, I got my mans, man. Cap Tower Wall, the bottom fucking 1 to 2. About to give it to you, nigga. It's like some bad news. Man, yeah, let's get it. Let's go. Hold on. It just got real, nigga. It just got real. I got the introduction. You right. You took up half the song. Let's go back. I'm trying to get the song with the intro. It's like I'm trying to get you hyped up though. You know what I'm saying? All right. One more time. Yo, this shit just got real. Fuck it. Let's get it in. 1 to 2. Bad news. Let's get it, Cap. I get the blast and you treat your crib like the capital. Send 100 soldiers from Pennsylvania to your avenue. I go wagger through Honda proof like the Babadoo. Can't fuck me up. Fuck that, nigga. I don't know. Y'all nigga was ready for that. Nigga gotta come bring it back. Captain Tower about to get you the 1 to 2. Bad news. Let's go. I get the blast through, treat your crib like the capital. Send 100 soldiers from Pennsylvania to your avenue. I go whacker through Honda proof like the Babadoo. Hand me to my back. Hold up. I done fucked them up with the introduction. Yo, you gotta go, bro. I'm the nigga with the production, nigga. You understand? Let me get it. Let me have it. Let's get it, man. He about to get it. Run it back, man. 1 to 2. This shit's so high, he can't get it. You true, bro. Get him out of here. That's enough. God damn it. God damn. Put the beat on, man. Yo, I get the blast you treat your crib like the capital. Send 100 soldiers from Pennsylvania to your avenue. I go whacker through, hold the booth like the Babadoo. Have me turn my back on these rappers like I was mad at you. Hit you with the blade, surprise, I got the hammer too. Whole town with 357 is like a hammer group. I'm an animal, Hannibal with my cannibals. Have me open up in them cages and let them handle you. See, it's a difference, we're not the same. Whether live or dead, make sure to remember my name. If you ever wondered, the general is to blame. How you tell you out of the picture, out of the frame. Waiting on my album like a stimulus check. I'm too busy with this One West life, give me a sec. Living like a rock star, 2 bitches in a hot car. And they both my fake nigga, we are not frauds. I be with my top dog, no TDE. All your rhymes outdated like an MP3. Put the pause on a nigga like a DVD. Tell them crackers, crack your cell, tell my dog he free. Yeah, I've been the boss, became a boss for benefits. I went and lost my Nina Ross, I'm innocent. I'm out the kitchen, but in the mix with the foolery. 1800 silver tequila matching my jewelry. I'm me waiting for opportunity. Complimentary cast, free and eulogy. That's kind of rude to me. I ain't give them immunity. Being brutally honest, I don't get how they viewing me. Long as they know that I'm King Top, the ruler. Bring the princess to the castle like King Poopa. I'm not a hooper, still I'm a trained shooter. 2 hands holding the Glock, move your medulla. I left right it, why try it, why fight it? I'm a lighter, you a lighter, ignited. I'm rolling it out. Y'all know what to do. Chocolate Entertainment, nigga. 1 to 2. Got Tower War just brought it through, nigga. We about to get real. Just got real. Just got real.
Let's get more job blazed in there. I got job blazed.
You might as well take it there, I mean, off the street, if you don't mind. You still trying to say drink out here.
I'll put it in. I'll put it in.
This ain't even that nigga. I grabbed the wrong one.
Yeah, this one. This one had niggas
Then how much liquor you got in there?
Huh?
How much liquor you got in there?
No, I mean from the store.
Oh,
like,
right.
I seen it.
He was like, I got the extra at Neho.
That's it, extra.
That joint extra reposado.
Walk on, kid, walk on.
And see.
One West World. First everybody.
Shout out to Larry's.
I'm saying, bro, like, why you do that?
It was funny. He said, yo, I'm saying to the homo. What? The fuck did you talk about?
Shadaro?
Hold on. Be careful, you hear me? Be careful. Watch your damn feet. You hear me? You ain't no Christians out here. Watch yourself when something happen to you. Watch yourself.
Riding just to crash out. Whip full of crash dumps. 10 racks in the wheel. That was on gas money. Chopper got a round of applause if they act funny. Heavy head, and I wear the crown, but I'm still hungry. Never was the type to be a light. Let's get the business straight. I pray you niggas get me cross the line, then we demonstrate. And I ain't even want to rap, but damn, we can use the bag. Talking about how I used to be that boy, that was in the past. Played the cut, jumped up in my bag. Let's see who gon' last. See the snakes, and you let it slide, you ain't cut the grass. If we can't be friends, then fuck it, let's be enemies. Niggas weird, catching attitudes, bitch. 10. They say they looking for me, I'm in the mix, where the winners is. Playmaker, trying to get a sack, different energy. I don't like it and you see why, I'm launching like Eli. The world on my back with 2 clips in my Levi's. Chevy sitting high, I can tell you where the angels live. I don't give a fuck of who you are, I feel like David did. Story ain't nothing shorter than glory, man, I came to win. All my life I knew I was something special, they hated then. Pressure bust tight to hold it down like an anchor. Never see myself as a regular, I had to change up. Shout out to the powers above that show me the ropes. With the same rope I hate is rat shit by the throat. Don't ever get me involved with the he say, she say. Cause I'ma think none of y'all official. Then I press play. Living by law, by a code, by a structure. Niggas think they swifter till the hawk meet the hunter. I owe this to the Lord and I put that on my cover. Never try my honor, father, never switch up on my brothers. Never try to imitate, eliminate anything that's in the way. Reciprocate, you draw, we gon' illustrate. Let's demonstrate you lost, we gon' celebrate you featherweight. I can't even resonate, I separate myself and I got activated. They was fascinated, how I broke it down and renovated. I was estimated clearly.
Westworld.
Yeah, North Cat, don't cross that motherfucking line or get dealt with. Y'all know motherfuckers better watch yourself. Whatever you got going on, nigga, watch yourself. Watch your motherfucking health. Cross that line, nigga. You understand? What he said? He said, watch yourself if something happen to you. Watch yourself. You see these niggas, watch yourself. If something happen to you, watch. Other than that, be straight.
Say again?
Yeah, that's how I be trying to do every fucking shoot. Niggas go home, eat, vent, niggas live, socialize. Go home.
Go home.
Go home. We accomplished. You know what I'm saying?
It's a mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished.
Shout out to TV. If you ain't logged in, you're a fucking weirdo. Biatch.
Listen, I go to the poppy store, right? Just cause they looked out for me since I was a young buck. I mean, like I was in elementary. I go in there to buy like whatever I really need, you know? To support black business and shit. But this Chinese motherfuckers fucking, man.
Yeah. Oh, what that was?
Yo, my shit right here. Yo, just let it roll. Faithful Nation's great. If it's not under the.
You gotta run it back, bro.
No, it's cool. Just keep it going.
No, run it back.
I said run it back.
Smarky, AMC, you know already know all money count, epic grind, you know what I'm saying? We in the building. Yeah. We gon' pull up in a sprinter, turn you niggas into sprinters. You a rap master splinter, headshot then you splinter. Damn, niggas lying like Simba, chop them down like timber. I ain't really got a temper, that don't mean you should temper. Pull out the broom, clear out the room, you can be swept with the 4-0. Both send me or the auto, you get flanked like charcoal, we snapping. Big ass ratchets, catch this metal like magnets. They asking, what can happen that makes shit so tragic? Pull up on him, he get parked in traffic. Tag him, if we shoot first, it won't be no reactions, no bragging. This regular shit, my gun gotta have a clip. Accurate, when I pull out the brick, you get every shell in the stick. Ain't getting no win, that's a lost cause. I run down and I walk off, play the corner like a cross guard. The fifth by the sack like off-broad, don't know how that act get crossed off. Get hit in the back with the sawed off. Heavy metal like we hardcore, all that cat we don't fall for. We gon' pull up in a sprinter, yeah. Turn you niggas into sprinters, yeah. You a rap master splinter, yeah. Headshot to you splinter, damn. Niggas lying like Simba, yeah. Chop them down like timber, yeah. I ain't really got a temper, yeah. That don't mean you should temper. Pull out the broom, clear out the room. You can get swept with the 4-0. Both send me or the auto. You get flanked like charcoal, we snapping. Big ass ratchets, catch this metal like magnets. They asking, what could happen that makes shit so tragic? Lacking, drum automatic, take it off that safety. Start snapping. We right at them, throwing bullets like Brady. We pack it, all black like Chadwick, chances slim like Shady. Post casket, you know what happened, he got hit with 80. Rah. Fatal wounds, no flesh wounds. You be meeting up with that soon. Me eat it like a meth spoon. Nigga tweaking if you beefing, it was the reason you gon' see me on your step soon. They wish it's easy, but believe me, I played it calm and I kept cool, that's the best move. Cause we gon' pull up in that sprinter. So you niggas in the sprinters, yeah. You a rap master splinter. Headshot then you splinter, damn. Niggas lying like Simba. Chopping down like timber, damn. I ain't really got a temper. That don't mean you should temper. Pull out the broom, clear out the room. You can get swept with the 4-0. Both send me or the auto. You get flamed like charcoal, we snapping. Big ass ratchets, catch this metal like magnets. They asking, what can happen that makes shit so tragic? On that purple power potion, you feel me? Even though I don't know you. Man, sing with me, man. Sing with me, man. My whole life, something to follow. And loyalty, every man try to follow. No pain, and a lot of sorrow. Train so bad, I didn't even have a heart, bro. You find the lose hope. God's got me on the side of the road, like a sideshow. I'm saying, I'm with the red dude, this is our show. Brother without call, trying to find the rich. The world got me pissed. She's up on bed, nigga, that's a red third. Like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now, Lord. Must have been ready. Sometimes I follow when it's a soldier, trying to find a good step. That's when you in hell, how do you excel? Original person life, I'm leaving fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. Don't call me because pain. Some that rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was simple and long? Got the tongue like a 2-day sword. With a style that they fight for war. The only thing is, we can end the fight for war. And mercy on the nigga, don't see it. Separate me from the tail. All my prayers in the south beat. Turn it up. Turn it up. 54 minutes, man. Hey, spin this shit right quick, man. Spin this shit right quick, man. The key to survival is formality. And I ain't worried about my child thinking casualties. I bring a humble to better like Applebee's. Let them lose control. I bet his soul lose gravity. But peace blood in my teeth. I got the ball beat. Circulate that paper with my niggas like that Wall Street. You know, revenge my love. 2 twin clocks in your ways to say songs like the Ivy broke. Take me home. I make them clap back and forth like 2 wives that despise each other. And they got the refrigerator full of cup. And this that gun smoking gold butt. So my Lord get a look at shit. I need a man with a look at shit. If real recognize, we got to look for real. In the lobby, I'm burned out of building. In case you niggas need proof, they know my sons. I took them all to preschool. Better be cool, cause I took that beef up, so my son got a seafood. I'm the Paul Bear. This is my shit. I treat the strong like a long chair. All fair and warfare. Shit, got me bang AR. Working people like the Paul Bear. Turn up. Yeah, this ain't you be that shit, man. You better tell them niggas turn up. Yeah. Gotta turn up with it real quick. See, y'all feel me on this. Tell this nigga turn up. You go my chest real quick without. Is it over? Turn up. Then we're gonna go first. Yeah. Here you go. If it ain't that serious, why you disturb? I survived when niggas died, it's a murder. I'm too lost for ain't make a big nigga up on my life. I make a single murder. These niggas sleep on the frail side. I leave them flesh in the well ride. UPK hell boy, free that hellfire. If I can get a piece of heaven, I'm on hellside. For the feelings on the cross. Seeing eyes bleed for the tree like a dot. Don't get it out. You know that old boy, you pay the price. We gotta get back on the line. Can't see them, I'm running shit like one jump. We can bring our plan.
Okay. Let's test it now. Test 1, 2, test 1, 2. Okay. Let's test it now. Test 1, 2, test 1, 2. Oh, we sound good right there. Okay, let's go to Facebook. Okay. We're gonna start rocking and rolling in a couple of seconds. Just get this ready on Facebook. There you go. We're gonna rotate and we're gonna go live. And right, Most High in Christ. Okay, Most High in Christ. Fix this right here. So, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshua to the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shemar, Thumba Shem Yah says the sisters. I'm preaching off the Paratazah. You know what I'm saying? This is the ISUPK, the Israelite School of University School Practical Knowledge. Start off for 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Junior Honor. And since 1969, we've been teaching the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians with Negro indigenous descent. They are the 12 tribes of Israel. They are the people of the book. They are the people of the Bible. So-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians with Negro indigenous descent that's scattered all over the world are the people of the Bible. Let's clap it up for the Most High, our power. And also, let's clap it up for our King from the tribe of Judah, ignorantly called Jesus Christ, a man who came out the loins of Judah, a man who came out the loins of King David. Jesus Christ, Mashiach, our King, will be an example to his people. Let's clap it up for that. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. You know, this is the Part 2 class. You know what I'm saying? The title of the class is Israelites, Obey God's commandment, obey God's laws and become powerful. Part 2. Israelites, obey God's laws and become powerful. Part 2. If we're not obeying God's laws, we are not powerful, Israelites. If we not obey God's laws, we obey who laws? Another nation of people. And the other nation of people would tell us to sell drugs to each other and lock us up at the same time. They would have, you know what I'm saying? They would have cops. People who's supposed to fight against, you know what I'm saying, drug dealing, but allow drug dealing in our community. you know what I'm saying, Arabs, these other nations, these goddamn heathens were set up like on pizza parlors. We set up people, you know what I'm saying? We set up pizza places on 125th Street in Lenox. 125th Street in Lenox, and sell you a pizza for $1.50 and let you sell drugs to your own kind, but you cannot sell drugs to the Arab that's selling the pizza. They let you sell drugs in the pizza place. And our people supposed to not say anything about it. Our people would get mad at us, get mad at people who speak against a wrongdoing. Our women is mad at our men who speak against how they dress. And look towards us as we are wrong. Why is my daughter is wearing thongs in front of her father and not feel away? Don't feel no shame. Why is my daughter have her breasts out and have tight shorts on, shorts on, and I'm not saying anything about it because they said I am a freak because I talk about that. When that became okay, it became okay when you look the other way, when drug dealers are selling drugs to our mothers and fathers and sons and daughters. Now we became an outcast because we speak power, we speak truth against power. We speak the Most High God's laws against people who are sinning. And our oppressor made it okay for our people to sin. They want to listen to another nation of people, but we don't want to listen to our own kind and say, don't do that. Mind your business. You try to tell me to mind my business while I'm watching you selling drugs to my mother? I'm supposed to mind my business while you selling drugs to my sister and father? I'm supposed to mind my business while you know what I'm saying? While my daughter is dressing like a whore? Blacks, Hispanics, and American Indians. Israelites. Obey God's law and become powerful. Part 2. If we don't obey God's laws, we are not powerful. That's the reason why our daughters is dressing like whores. If we're not following God's laws, that's the reason why that our daughters is dressing like whores. And if you say something about it, you are wrong. That's the reason why our mothers is walking around, you know what I'm saying, with whore outfits on, with booty shorts on, with her breast out in front of her son. And think, you know what I'm saying, think her son don't feel anything about it. Why our mothers are so comfortable dressing with booty shorts on that will turn on your son's father, but the son don't have no problem with it when you're walking around the house with booty shorts on, dressing like a goddamn whore. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The mother nakedness is supposed to be for what? For the father, not for the son. But our oppressor, this goddamn, you know what I'm saying, this goddamn kingdom of America teach our daughters how to be whores, how to feel comfortable, how mothers feel comfortable dressed like whores in front of their sons and daughters. How our sons feel comfortable having a shirt off in front of their fathers and sisters. And if you say anything about it, you will be looked as the pervert. If you say, yo, put on some clothes, they tell you a pervert because you told them to put on clothes, to cover themselves up. That's what this country did for us. If you say something about the drug dealer say, mind your own business. That's what a drug dealer would say to you. Meanwhile, he's selling drugs to our aunts. He's selling drugs to our mothers. He's selling drugs to our uncles. He's selling drugs to his own son. But we're not allowed to say nothing about that, huh? It's okay for us to oppress our own kind, huh? We're going to be like, you know what I'm saying, white Jesus doctrine. We're going to be like America, huh? Let's go to the scriptures. That's where we got to go. Let's go to Leviticus. Because somebody told me that Leviticus is done away with. White Jesus doctrine say Leviticus is done away with. And you know what I'm saying? In blacks, Hispanics, and American Indians believe that. That's the reason why they got the what? The Mexican cartel. Is the Mexican cartel Spaniards or the indigenous population? We have to learn about that now. We have to bring that out now. Is the Mexican cartel is down with Cortez, and everybody know what Cortez did to Mexico? Or the Mexicans is down with the indigenous population to fight against the people of Cortez, the Spaniards. Because the Spaniards say it's okay to be a cartel and brutalize your own kind of people. Your own people that sell drugs to you and destroy your family would say, why you in my business? Think about how crazy that looks. Meanwhile, you selling drugs in front of my uncle. You selling drugs in front of my children. You selling drugs at my children's school. But I supposed to mind my business, huh? You selling drugs and when I'm going to eat a goddamn pizza. The damn Arabs letting our people to sell drugs in the Arab establish a pizza place. And black people ain't supposed to say nothing about it because black people is stupid. Black people is stupid when it comes to the Arabs, because the Arabs allow black people to sell drugs in the Arab pizza parlor that's on 120 on Lenox and 125th Street. Right around the block from me. They sell pizza for $1.50. You know the reason why they sell pizza for $1.50? So you can sell more drugs to your people. This is what how Arabs think about us. Do you think Arab will, you know what I'm saying? You would think Arab would be so comfortable for white people to sell drugs to their people in a white neighborhood? No. It won't happen, but it's supposed to happen in our community. Blacks, Hispanics, and the American Indians community. We're supposed to destroy our people and talk to the people who stand up for us and say to us, mind your business. Don't talk to me about me selling drugs to your mother. Don't talk to me that, you know what I mean? Don't talk to me about wearing clothes so I don't look like a whore in front of your father. Don't talk to me about that. Mind your business. Let's go, you know what I'm saying? Let's go to a scripture that they say is done away with. Christians, white Christians taught black Christians this that is done away with. God loves everybody. Everything is all even now. No. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we're not going to do this anymore. I want everybody to go to Leviticus chapter 25, verse 17. We're going to go into the Bible. We're going to go into the what word I'm looking for? The Constitution of the Bible. The Constitution of the Israelites. We're going to go into the history and constitution of the 12 tribes of Israel, which is a nation of people. There's no spiritual. There's none of this nonsense that, you know what I'm saying, our oppressor taught us in slavery. We got Stockholm syndrome. There's no such thing as the Old Testament. There's no such thing as the New Testament. No such thing. Our oppressor want to separate that so they could what? Make our daughters a whore. Make our sons drug dealers and say, mind your own business while he's selling drugs to his own mother. While she's selling drugs to her own mother. While she's part of the LGBTQ community because her uncle had her laid down with an older woman. You know what I'm saying? You know that what happened to Snoop, right? Snoop from The Wire? Yeah. She got sexual violated by older women. But she don't want to call nobody out on it. Same thing with gay men. Same thing, you know what I'm saying? Same thing with what is that? What, you know what I'm saying? What is that flame? Same thing with I bet that Magic Johnson's son got molested. I bet he got molested. And nobody's saying anything about it. He is so caught up in his molestation, he thinks it's normal. Same way that NAMBLA, men who want to make love to little boys, say is normal. The same thing that the Greeks and the Romans normalized pederasties. You know what pederasties is? Pederasty is that little boys can make love to grown-ass men. And the nation is okay with it. The same way that American nation is okay with two men get married. The same way that America is okay that two women get married. That's what was going on in Greek society, in Roman society. What moral compass do you have? This past LGBTQ community on parade, they was walking around butt naked. There's no morality no more, huh? If you say something about it, it says, stay out of my business. If these people walking around butt naked and you say something about it, people will say, you are wrong because you know what I'm saying? Because you said to that person did not have on clothes, put on clothes. Now we don't have no moral compass. Now we are destroying our people. Now we upset at men and women who speak the truth to our brothers and sisters to not sell drugs. We are wrong for doing that. Drug dealers, people who sell drugs. Am I wrong to tell you stop selling drugs? Am I wrong to tell you that you're destroying your community if you sell drugs? If I'm wrong telling you you are a disgusting bastard if you sell drugs to your own kind? Am I wrong to telling you that? Huh? If I'm wrong for that, you got to feed your kids, huh? So my kids got to be on drugs so your kids not be on drugs. That's what you want to try to tell me? You got to do dirt to live clean. This is what you're going to tell me? So it's okay for me to see, you know what I'm saying, see your friend that also sell drugs to your mother. And if I don't say anything about it, everything is good. But if I do say something about it, you are mad at me because I said something, because I kept your friend for selling drugs to your mother. I kept that drug, you know, I kept your drug dealer friend for, you know what I'm saying? I kept your drug dealer friend when your sister didn't have enough money for drugs. He decided, yo, let her get her on her knees to work for the drugs, you know what I'm saying? To work for the drugs, the money that she don't have. That's your friend. That's your drug dealer friend. Will put your mother on her knees. Will put your daughter on her knees. Yo, will put your son on his knees because he don't got enough money to buy the drugs. So he decided, let this little boy do something with his mouth to me. Let this little girl to do something with her mouth to me. Let this, you know what I'm saying? Let this mother do something with her mouth to me. That's the disgusting drug dealer. That's how they get down. But I'm supposed to mind my business, right? I'm supposed to mind my business, right? Let's go to Leviticus chapter 25, verse 17. Shalom. Leviticus chapter 27, verse 17. All right, let's build this up a couple of hairs. Slap it. There you go. We're going to start at 1, then go down to 17. All right? So let's share this real quick. Okay. Let's see how this look. All right, let's go down here. See how this look right here. All right, Most High Christ. Let's do this. All right. Move this over right here. Yep, we're going to keep it like that. We're going to keep it like that. Most High Christ. We're going to keep it like that. So this is Leviticus chapter 25, verse 1. And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, Salakia, say unto them, when a man shall make, no, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'm not going to read that, because you know what I'm saying, make me break it down. But I'm saying the Most High speaking unto Moses, and he told, you know what I'm saying, and he told to Israel to do this. Verse 17. It said, hold on, Salakia. Hold on. 25 and 17. Is this 25 and 17? 27 and 17. Salakia for that. I want everybody to go to 25 and 17. My fault. Let's go to Leviticus chapter 25, verse 17. There we go. Yeah. Leviticus chapter 25, verse 17. Ye shall not therefore oppress one another. Matter of fact, let's go to verse 1. Let's go to verse 1. Let's see what verse 1 says. Leviticus chapter 25, verse 1. And the Most High spake unto Moses in Mount Zion, saying, speak, verse 2, speak unto the children of Israel, Yasha Allah, and say unto them, when ye come into the land which I give you, then shall the land keep Sabbath unto the Most High. The Most High. So now it's telling you, not only, not only Moses spoke to the 12 tribes of Israel, not everybody, not the Egyptian, not the Edomites, not the Moabites, Ammonites, not the whole world, but spoke to the Israelites and told them to keep what? Sabbath. That's the law. From Friday sundown, from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. That's the beginning of a day. Sabbath is based on what? Rest. That's what Sabbath means, rest. Sabbath, which means rest. And what you resting from? All our work that we did the entire week. So we work from Sunday to Friday afternoon. And we're doing all this work. Now from Friday night, from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, we get some type of rest. We laugh with our children. We go to the park and work out. You know what I'm saying? We go, we go to the gym. You know what I mean? We go in the park and just, just relax. We go on walks. We go on a bike ride. You know what I'm saying? We cook for our family. Because that gives us rest. Me cooking for my family get me rest. Because I want to see if my family like this dinner that I'm making. Our children reading books to us. We going to Sabbath service. That's the rest. The Sabbath is made for rest. The Sabbath is telling, telling people who own businesses to tell your workers to not work on this day. That's what the Sabbath is for. Because if it's up to the employers, we will work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, like white Jesus doctrine. And like I said, if you have any questions dealing with the title of the class, make sure you type it in, Baba Shaw. So it says it right, you know what I mean? So we're going to drop down to 17 in Leviticus chapter 25, verse 17, 25, verse 17. Okay, it says it right here. Deuteronomy chapter 25, verse 17. Ye shall not therefore oppress one another, but thou shalt fear thy God, for I am the Lord your God. Ye drug dealers, blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, the Mexican cartel, the ordinary brother who's selling drugs on 125th Street in Lexington at the pizza place. Don't sell drugs. But why is the police is not doing anything about it? You know, police is supposed to stop drug dealers. Police is supposed to protect people who have businesses so the drug dealers won't, you know what I mean, won't disrespect the place of business. But the police is down with the drug dealers. The police is down with the owners who want drug dealers to sell drugs out of the what? The police, the place that sells pizza on 125th Street in Lexington. The pizza that costs $1.50. And now, you know what I'm saying? I want anybody who, you know what I'm saying, who's out there who knows about that pizza place that's on 125th Street in Lenox, and the pizza costs $1.50 next to the train station. If you could type it in the chat, type it in the chat. Because that Arab wants black people to sell drugs out of his place that sell $1.50 pieces. Because that Arab loves to see black people destroy one another. Right now, that Arab is violating black women. Right now, you know what I'm saying? Right now, that Arab is violating black men. And I'm talking about sexually. But the Christian church do not want us to believe in this Leviticus chapter 25, verse 17. Ye shall not therefore oppress one another, but thou shalt fear the Lord. Thou shalt fear thy God, for I am the Lord your God. We're not allowed to oppress one another, Israelites. We're not allowed to do that at all. Our people get mad at us because we speak truth. And our people is mad. Our people get mad at us. Our sister get mad at us because we telling our sister, don't dress like a whore. Don't wear, you know what I'm saying? Dress casually. But our people don't know what casual dressing is. They willing to show women, mothers, wives are willing to show their breasts to viewers. What year did it become comfortable for our sisters to be dressed like whores, and our sons is not allowed to say anything about it? Our fathers is not allowed to say anything about it. Why you feel so comfortable not to have shame in front of your son? Why you feel so comfortable not to have shame in front of your uncle? Why you feel so comfortable not to feel shame in front of your aunt? Why you feel so comfortable to dress, you know what I'm saying, inappropriate in front of your siblings, in front of your father, your mother, your uncle, and your aunt? Why is it so comfortable that a man walk around with no shirt on and he's showing his, you know what I'm saying, he's showing his nakedness of his chest? But if you say something about it, people will say that you're saying something wrong. These people, you know what I'm saying, these brothers who working out outside, and I'm talking about doing calisthenics outside with the push-up bar, with the, you know what I'm saying, with the dip bar, and they don't got no shirt on, put on the goddamn shirt. Why I gotta look at your muscles? Your muscle is for your wife, not for your brothers. Put on, you could get the same results if you have on the shirt. Get the same results. If you have on a t-shirt like the way I got right now, you get the same goddamn results. Why you gotta get a shirt off? Why you gotta take your shirt off? For what reason? You want to look sexy in front of your man? You want to show off your pecs? You want to see, you want to show the results in front of your brothers. Salaki. Okay. I'm going to sign in. You want some water in there? Sweat. Yeah. Give me a second. Let me do some water, all right? Oh, yeah, no. Somebody got jammed up. I hear that. And you can bring understand the picture. Tomorrow, the mandatory class. Everybody. Yeah, I mean, Slack here for that. Slack here for that. Oh man, let me check in the chat to see anybody in the chat. I see people still watching. I see people on Facebook. If you have any questions, type your questions in. According to the Bible and the title of the class. Baba Gashar. All right, we're going to read the scripture again. Leviticus chapter 25, verse 17. Ye shall not therefore oppress one another, but ye shall fear thy God, for I am the Lord your God. Verse 18. Wherefore ye shall do my statutes and keep my judgments and do them, and ye shall dwell in the land of safety. So if you know what I mean, so therefore it said, wherefore ye shall do my statutes, commandments, laws. What was presented to us, the statutes from the Most High God, from our brother, you know what I'm saying, Moses, from our brother, you know what I'm saying, Ezekiel, from our brother, you know what I'm saying, Hosea and Jeremiah. The Most High God's laws, the Most High God's statutes, not our statute, but the Most High God's statutes. And keep my judgments. Keep the Most High God's judgments. That's what we talk to our brothers and sisters that's going left. And we teach them not to go against God. Because we will get what? The judgment. we will get the judgment, and do them, and ye shall dwell in the land of safety. Do we want to be in the land of safety? Is it okay for drug dealers to sell drugs to his people? Because if we was in the land of safety, it won't be, you know what I mean? It would not be no existence of drug dealers. Because he will understand the statutes and the judgments of his God. So he won't even consider selling drugs. You know what I mean? That sister who walking around like a whore and being a whore won't consider doing that because she understands what? The statutes and the judgments. Because our land doesn't matter how much drugs that, you know what I'm saying, that our oppressor would drop in the blacks, Hispanics, and the American Indians, the Israelites, God's chosen people, if we follow the Lord's statute commandments, because the Lord's statute commandments, God's laws, if we obey God's laws, we become powerful. That would keep us away what? From the weed. That would keep us away what? From what? Coke. That would keep us away what? Being a damn drunkard. That would keep us away what? Selling drugs to one another. Because we become what? Powerful if we follow God's laws. This is God's laws right here that I'm speaking about right here. We're not allowed to oppress one another. But we see our oppressor teach us how to oppress one another. We see white Jesus doctrine and George Washington and Donald Trump and and Biden and Kamala Harris and Bill Clinton and Ronald Reagan and all the presidents and Barack Obama teach us how to oppress one another. That's what this kingdom teach us to do. That's why the Arabs on 125th Street in Lenox at the pizza store that sell pizza for $1.50 will allow people to sell drugs out his store. And people is not allowed to say anything about it. That's disgusting. You try to tell me cops don't know anything about that? Why is the cops is letting drug dealers to sell drugs out of the pizza store that, you know what I mean, that's on 125th Street in Lenox? Matter of fact, let's get the name of this pizza store. Let's get this name. Let's see if we can find the name. Pizza. Pizza near me. Let's see if we can find it. Not now. Pizza near me. $1.50, yeah. That's what we want. $1 pizza, no, that's not what we want. 125th Street. 125th Street. 125th Street. East. And 25th Street. And East. I think it's Lexington. See if I can find this right now. Find this right now. Let me see what's this. No, this ain't it. Slovakia for that. No, this ain't it. Lexington. I'm gonna find this right here because I gotta put them on blast. I gotta put these people on goddamn blast. I will put them on blast. Oh, my fault. Okay. No. Third Avenue. Here we go. Yup. So we want right here. Piece of fresh. There we go. Piece of fresh. I want to click that right there. I'm gonna let you know. Oh, Salakia for that, you know what I mean? But the address is 473 Lexington Avenue, off of 125th Street. 473 Lexington Avenue, off of 125th Street. That piece of sell drugs out of it. That piece of store sell drugs to our community. That, you know what I'm saying? Those Arabs, those other nation of people allow our people to sell drugs to our to our mothers and daughters, to our fathers and sons. It called, you know what I mean? What's the name of the pizza store? It called Fresh Pizza. You could get the pizza for $1.50. For $1.50. Now, what are we going to do about it, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians? We're going to continue letting this pizza store sell drugs in our community. Our community is supposed to learn helplessness and bury our heads in the sand. This is what we're going to do. Because in Leviticus chapter 25, verse 17 said, we're not allowed to oppress one another. If you put somebody on drugs, you're oppressing them. If you're telling somebody, mind your business because you're selling drugs to somebody else, you are oppressor. You are a white man. You work for Donald Trump. If a woman to say that, you know what I mean, somebody is, you know what I mean, somebody is crazy or somebody's weird because they tell them to put on drugs, you are an ordinary white woman and you work for Donald Trump. Fresh Pizza on 120 Lenox and 125th Street. Lenox and 125th Street. Fresh Pizza sell drugs out of their store. Why is no algorithms picking that up? Why is no police, you know what I'm saying? Why is no police going to that store and closing that store down because they sell drugs out of it and pieces? In the black community, in the black community, in the Hispanic community, because we're not allowed to speak up for ourselves. If we speak up for ourselves, people would tell us, mind your business. If we tell, you know what I mean, if we tell the store owner, do not sell drugs in our community, don't allow drug dealing is sold in your store, they would say, we are bad for saying that. This is how this kingdom works. If you speak up for the rightness, you will be demonized. The same way that the Mexican was demonized, but nobody went after the people who hired them. Nobody went after the farmers. Nobody went after, you know what I'm saying, the employment, you know what I'm saying, from the government. Homeland Security never went after the people who employ the so-called illegals, but they went after people who were just trying to eat. Now, we the bad guys. Now, ISUPK is the bad guys. It's all good because that's an honor to speak truth to power, to speak truth to drug dealers, to speak truth to whoremongers and whores. It's an honor. I don't got no shame. The reason why I don't have no shame because I'm speaking truth. When it became shameful for a woman to say, I am a pervert because I tell her to put clothes on. Because she want to wear booty shorts on and thongs in front of her family and her sons. So I'm the bad guy. That's what America teach you, how to be a pervert and feel comfortable about it. That's the reason why nobody going after Donald Trump and Epstein. Because they built on what? Violation and being what? A molester. That's the reason why, you know what I'm saying, our daughters get dressed like whores. And nobody say anything about it. That's the reason why that our sons love to make love to whores. Because Do not say anything about it. That's the reason why that drug dealers say, mind your business, why you speaking up for what? The addict. The addict. And I'm gonna let you know. Let me pull that up again. Lock in. Oh, yeah, cool. Fresh pizza. Fresh pizza is what? Let's see here. See here. So fresh pizza. Mm. Let me get this again. Yeah. Area service. Is that police service area 5? They're not saying anything about the pizza parlor. They're not saying anything about selling drugs at the pizza parlor. They ain't saying a damn thing on Lexington. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go down here. Nursing school, I know about that one right there. So nursing school is on 124th Street. King, Taco Bell. We don't want Taco Bell, we want this right here. Jimmy's, yep. Kobe Business Institute, yep. Yeah, Bank of America, yeah. That's what we're looking for. Yep, here we go. Taco Bell, yep. 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 Mm-hmm. Harlem. Yep. See right here. Okay. Yep. Lexington. Let's turn around. Let's turn around. I think I got it. What's mobile? Oh man, they don't have this up here. This is the old one. Okay, but I know this is right there. No. Gotta be this one right here. All right. Lock it for that. Here we go. This is it right here. This is it right here. Hold on, let me get it again. Yep, this is it right here. 2083 Lenox Avenue. New York, New York, 10035. This is the pizza. This is the pizza place. This is the pizza place. That used to be the Dunkin' Donuts in that area right there, off of 125th Street. They sell drugs out of that pizza place. You know what I mean? They're like, you know what I'm saying, these Ishmaelites, these goddamn Arabs, these disgusting heathens, allowing our brothers and sisters to be strung out on drugs while they at the same time they're selling us halal pizza. And they're not saying anything about it. They don't got no morality. They was like, hey, even though we're not these people, we're not going to allow them to sell drugs in our establishment. What's going on, Blacks, Hispanics, and Americans? 2083 Lenox Avenue. That's where a drug dealer sells pizza out of. That's where the pizza store is out of. And the police is not doing anything about it. We became homeborn slaves. Lock you. We became homeborn slaves. We became slaves to the Arabs. We became slave to the Ishmaelites. We became slave to the Hamites. We became slave to the Africans. We became slave to the Moabites, to the Japanese, to the Ammonites, to the Chinese. We became slave to the Elam, to the East Indians. We became slaves. Especially, You know what I'm saying? Especially the Jamaican brothers and sisters. They became slaves to what? To the Chinese man. They are a slave on their own island, but meanwhile, our oppressors say, hey, we're going to give you a goddamn parade. But meanwhile, you go back to Jamaica, you are a slave to the Chinese. I thought that's supposed to be your own island. Why you ain't telling the Chinese, why the Chinese is not second-class citizens? I thought you had power, Jamaicans. I thought you had power. Oh, you only have power when you want to sell drugs to other Jamaicans. That's when the Chinese give you power. You want to have power when you want to unalive your own Jamaican brothers and sisters and treat your brothers and sisters like whores and whoremongers. That's when we have the power. Oh, you only have the power when you call all these Black Americans. You sound like a white man. If you say if Black Americans is in your archive, you sound like a white man if you are Jamaican. I never met a Jamaican who speak Jamaican, but I met a Jamaican who speak English. What, you know what I'm saying? Where did you get that word Jamaican from? Did another nation of people name you Jamaican? The same way that another nation of people named of African Americans or Blacks? But we want to oppress one another. Israelites, obey God's law and become powerful. That's our job. Once we obey God's laws, we become powerful. Lock it. Okay. Copy. Paste. So I'm going to drop this right here. I'm going to go into, what I'm going to go into. No, I'm going to go into Jeremiah. Okay. It's locked there for that. So I'm going to also go on Leviticus chapter 26, verse 20. Yep. Let me see, 20, no, verse 20. 26, verse 20. See here, 26, verse 20. No, I think it's 20, verse 26. So lock in for that. Yeah, this is it right here. I'm going to read from 25. Ye shall therefore put difference between clean beasts and unclean, and between unclean Pharaoh and clean. And ye shall not make your soul abominable by beasts, or by fat or fowl, or by any manner of living things that creepeth on the ground, which I have separate from you as unclean. So it's telling blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Pig is not food, it's an unclean thing. Crab is not food, it is an unclean thing. Shrimp is not food, it's unclean to blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians or Negroes and indigenous descent, because we are God's chosen people. We are we're a holy nation of people. Anything creepeth, if the Most High God did not authorize it, it is unclean to us, our oppressor. White Jesus doctrine said pig is clean to us. White Jesus doctrine said you could eat anything, shrimp, crab, and lobster, dog, and cat. That's clean. Long as you pray over it. You got to realize Greeks and Romans said these things was clean to them. They could eat this stuff. God's chosen people is not allowed to eat it. Who told us that pig is good for us to eat? Who taught us the Bible? A white Jesus doctrine. White people taught us the Bible. Donald Trump taught black people the Bible. Donald Trump taught Mexicans the Bible. Donald Trump taught Venezuelans the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Tom Hanks taught Black Americans or FBI the Bible. Foundation Black Americans, white people taught us the Bible. White women taught us the Bible. That's the reason why you can eat pork. Meanwhile, the Most High God said you could not eat that. It's not food. It's not considered as food. We're not allowed to oppress each other. White Jesus doctrine say you could oppress each other, long as he's above it. Because God did away with the laws. That's the Old Testament. That's the New Testament. That's the Apocrypha. Confusion. And slave masters would teach their slaves about confusion. That's the reason why they're on top. Remember, the slave master would beat you down, then ask for peace. Remember indigenous population? The Navajo population? The Navajo people. You would get your teeth kicked in first, then Joe Biden would say, let's have peace. But meanwhile, you don't think that you are children of God. You don't think that you over Joe Biden. You don't think that. You're going to fight against the African Americans. You're going to fight against, you know what I'm saying? You're going to fight against ISUPK that tell the Navajo nation is above all nation upon the face of the earth. You are God's chosen people. But you're going to believe in some Mother Earth thing. That's what we're going to do. We're going to believe in some goddamn casinos and not, you know what I mean? And not have brotherhood. You think your casinos make you equal with the white man? You think your casinos make you equal with the people who kidnapping your, you know what I'm saying, kidnapping your sisters? The number one kidnapping group is the North American Indians. But your casinos make you equal with Donald Trump, huh? What's protecting you, your people, from Donald Trump? They ain't paid for the land. You are, you know what I'm saying? We became a nation of powder. Our oppressor done broke us down into powder. But we don't want to follow the law, statute, commandments. We don't want to believe this because we've been broken down into goddamn slaves that we can't think about, you know what I'm saying, that our God said this. Leviticus chapter 20, verse 26. And ye shall be, you know what I'm saying, shall be holy unto me. For I, the Lord, am holy, and have seven you from other people, that ye should be mine. What do this mean, blacks, Hispanics, and American Indians? It said, and ye shall be holy unto me. Who's the ye? The Israelites, the 12 tribes of Israel. Is this done away with, Christians? If this done away with, you know what I'm saying, God's logic, is this done away with? Because now these people is gone. These people have been, you know what I'm saying, these people have disappeared. Now this is done away with, huh? God logic? Is this done away with? That's the mad God, right? That's the mad God. That's not Jesus. That's some other God. We became homeborn slave, God logic. We became homeborn slave drug dealers. We became homeborn slaves. Huh? Israelite is not a nation no more. It's not a group no more. It's some, you know what I mean? It's a magical thing. But meanwhile, you got people, you got Caucasians, God logic, is walking around and saying they are God's chosen people. And you never fought against that. You never fought against that. We are homeborn slave. What year, God logic, what year do you realize that Jesus wasn't white? What year do you realize that? I always say that. And you're talking to a man who never believed into the Bible. Never. I was a Pan-African. I was a black. What year do you realize Jesus wasn't white? What year do you realize that the white man was lying on the Bible? What year do you realize, you know what I'm saying, he's lying about the Bible? What year was that? And these was real Christians was lying on the Bible. That's the reason why you got the Bible in the white Jesus doctrine lens. You're never going to think about this scripture because Why Jesus told you to not think about that scripture? Why Jesus taught the drug dealers to not think about this scripture? Because you are not God's people. You are some type of heathen because you don't know who you are. You just a black. You just a crayon. Somebody taught you to be black. Somebody taught you to be Negro. Somebody taught you to be African American. I am older than the term African American. My mother is older than the term of Jamaican. My mother is older than that term. My father is older than that term. Jamaican. My father and mother is older than the term of African American, Afro American, colored, Jamaican, Brazilian, Antiguan. My father and mother is older than these terms. So what year? So what are you? God logic? What is your ethnicity according to the Bible? What are you? What heathen group are you? Are you a Canaanite? So you're gonna listen to your white slave master to say, yo, you know the curse of Canaan gotta be slaves. What are you according to the Bible? Oh, it's not about ethnicity, but that's the reason why Christianity came across with the, with the sword and promote is not about ethnicity. But meanwhile, it happens to be that the white ethnicity is on top and white Jesus is all over the world. But you believe in your slave master doctrine. God loves everybody. You never separate from your slave master. So you can have a place of what? A safe place to understand to understand the concept, the point of view of you, the point of view of your kind, according to the Bible. You never had that in your life. That's the reason why you love white Jesus doctrine. That's why you promote, that's why you promote Jesus is God. That's why you promote, that's why you promote Zeus and Thor and Hercules, demigods, because the people who picked up the Bible are Greeks and Romans. And they know about Zeus and Hercules and demigods. And these angels, these angelic beings came down and made love to human women. That's what they believe, God logic. That's what they believe, drug dealers. That's what they believe, whoremongers and whores. But meanwhile, when the ISUPK come on the scene and say all that is garbage, and for you to not be a whore, for you to not sell drugs, for you to not believe in demigods, we are wrong. And ye shall be holy, ye shall be separate, Israelites, unto me, who? The Most High God. For I, the Lord, am holy. For he is separate. For our God of the Bible. I don't know what God you believe in. Your God is a demigod. My God is the living God. There's only one God. There's only one God. He made his people separate, holy, and he is separate. And have seven you from other people, had cut us off from all people, because we are what? Holy. That ye should be mine. We are the Most High God. We are You know what I mean? We are Yahweh's people. We are God's people only. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, only God's people in the Bible, in the holy book, God's book. Not Jesus' book, but God's book. This is what, you know what I'm saying, our president teaching the people who cannot speak, who are deaf. White people is teaching deaf people, you know what I'm saying, that God is Jesus. Teach that Jesus have a book. This is how, you know what I mean, this is the lies that our oppressor is teaching people who cannot hear or speak. The doctrine of the Trinity, the doctrine of homosexuality, the doctrine of confusion. Lies on God's book. Lies on God's book. So Blacks, Hispanics, and Americans. The title of the class is Israelites Obey God's laws and become powerful. That's what we're supposed to do. That's exactly what we're supposed to do, Blacks, Hispanics, and American Indians. And we want to follow behind other people. You know what I'm saying? The Most High God, you know what I'm saying, cut us from other nations because we are holy, because the Most High God is holy. We ain't supposed to eat unclean anything. It's not food to us because we are a holy nation of people. We're not allowed to oppress one another. If we don't oppress one another, we become powerful because we follow God's laws. If we don't follow God's laws and follow, you know what I'm saying, follow white Jesus' laws, we're going to sell drugs to one another. We're going to be comfortable and not have shame and our sisters walking around with booty shorts on in front of her 18-year-old son and not feel anything behind it. That's how we not be powerful. And with that, I'm Priest and Officer PART2. I'm probably going to have to do a part 3 to this. This is the ISUPK, the Israelite School of University Practical Knowledge. Start off for 1 West 120th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Junior Hunter. And since 1969, we've been teaching the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians that obey God's laws and become powerful. And that's going to keep us from not listening to the Arabs that sell, you know what I'm saying, that sell drugs out of the pizza parlor. And when we talk about it, you know what I'm saying, our people will get mad because they want to get high. And with that, I'm going to say shalom, Yahbashim, Yashar Rakatat to the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh, Shema Atam Bashem Yah says to the sisters, Shalom.